Alright everyone, Trump and some others within DC have been talking about the possibility of getting an actual fair investigation going of the Uranium One stuff. Now I would look more into the fusion GPS side of everything myself. I think that's perhaps more worrying than Uranium One and probably easier to prove since you have some documentation of what went on. Meanwhile, Hillary Clinton is doing what, some of her small number of remaining fans are doing. Trust me, most of the people at this point defending Hillary Clinton at any given juncture, they're not fans of Hillary Clinton. They're just desperately trying to defend the Democratic Party because they know she's the chink in the armor. She's the weakest link when it comes to the Democrats. Her and Al Franken now, which I'll speak on later, right now are making the Democratic Party look real fucking bad. Because Hillary Clinton was already investigated by the FBI over the Uranium One deal when Obama was the president of the United States. Her foundation received money. This is objectively true. It's not a conspiracy theory. It's been fucking documented. Mainstream media reported on it at the time. Even they had nothing, no way to shield her. Hillary Clinton's foundation, not her herself, but her foundation, received money from figures that were at the center of an FBI investigation into dirty dealings involving Uranium One. This is not, it's beyond argument. It's been documented. The FBI alludes to it. Somehow, though, Hillary Clinton thinks that investigating that again would be an abuse of power. So if Obama's FBI investigates it, that's okay. But if you try to investigate it now that you have more revelations about what appears to have gone on, that's an abuse of power because it's Donald Trump in office. Oh no, he's trying to jail his former opponent. Look, he would have no reason to do that. If he were to actually attempt to use a bureau for that purpose, for malevolent purposes, knowing, nothing actually went on and it's not going to be fair. It's a kangaroo court style thing or something along those lines. He would be impeached. He's smart enough to know this. I know that a lot of his detractors think he's dumb. Most of what he does is extremely calculating. It's Shakespearean. He is a method actor. He was doing this in wrestling for years and years and years. He was doing it on TV for years and years and years. He is projecting illusions for you to focus on to distract you from what actually happens. That's what he's doing. And he's mind-fucking you. He's having a good time of it too. And mostly when he does this, by the way, I have no problem with it. Because I understand, I think, why he's doing so. The reason why he hasn't pivoted away from the mean tweet sort of brash style of his campaign, and he's continuing that, is specifically because I think at this point he realizes the majority of the corporate media in this country was paid so much money by certain back channels by the DNC, and this ties into Fusion GPS among other groups, that they will continuously harangue and harass and attempt to dislodge him from power. Because of this, he can't get fair reporting from anybody that's on TV. We see, of course, Fox News, same thing. He has Sean Hannity at bat for him, but Sean Hannity's paid to look insane, I think. I think he's like Ann Coulter. I think he makes his money pretending to be far out there when he's actually just a corporate neocon, to tell the truth. Ann Coulter, of course, for years I've speculated she may very well be essentially a Democratic operative of sorts that makes a lot of money pretending to be, hyper-conservative. It's like a Sarah Palin. It's someone who's educated, and so they can't possibly, it's like Duck Dynasty. The Duck Dynasty dudes, they pretend to be like, we're rednecks living out in these swamps. No. You were golf course gated community dwellers before. This is an image. It's a brand. It's the way you make money. More power to you. It's very capitalistic, I suppose, of you. I think that a lot of these people do that, including some people that pretend to be far left, by the way. Do you actually think that all the leaders of the social justice warriors even believe half the shit that they spew? No, they know that the squeaky wheel gets the oil, so they say off-the-wall stuff and they get a lot of attention. It's basically what Trump did during the campaign. Smart people do this. All sorts of careers have been made doing this. I could name some other names, but I think people would get pissed off at me if I did, so I think I'll keep it under my hat for now. Some of you probably know who I'm alluding to with that. You can make all the guesses you want in the comment area. I won't confirm or deny, by the way. But, Hydrogen Hillary has gone crazy. She thinks investigating possible criminal wrongdoing by her or her foundation, that's an abuse of power. It's called an investigation. When Obama was investigating journalists who were too critical of him, was that an abuse of power? Yeah, I think it was. But those are private individuals. We're talking about investigating you for something that happened when you were in office. Yeah, I believe she was Secretary of State at the time, if I remember correctly. Or was she a senator? Or was she just a confidant of Obama? She had been in office. She'd been a senator and all of these other things. Journalists, those journalists that Obama sicked his various apparatuses on, they were never in politics. They're not public officials. They're just reporting. They're journalists. They're trying to get the skinny on what's going on. I think the Democrats at some point realized that that was a problem, that they couldn't any more directly go after them, so they just decided to buy the whole media off. I think that's why they're so concerned about social media. I think that the neoliberals and neocons, and trust me, the John McCains and Mitt Romneys, they're in bed with the same people. They're no different. Clinton and Romney are the same thing. John McCain and Al Franken, they're the same thing. They have the same views, they have the same friends, they live in the same neighborhoods, they have the same income bracket. There's no difference between them. They're all exactly the fucking same. These people hang out together, have drinks together. There are even pictures of Trump back when they didn't hate him. Back when he was just part of the donor class, the Clintons loved to hang out with Donald. Everyone wanted to hang out with him because he was really famous and rich. He could bankroll your campaign. Well, you know, of course. Yeah, I'll come to your wedding, Donald. It'll be great. You're such a stand-up guy. No, I would never, say anything bad about you because, you're stellar and shit. You give me lots of money. As soon as he decided to run, it was a little different now, wasn't it? That includes the Clintons. And it's funny, in closing here, I'll say one final very funny thing I've noticed. All these people that point out the Clinton, Trump picture there, where they're, grinning and having drinks, Bubba Bill's sitting there doing his little boy smirk and stuff. They're all fixated on, Donald claims that he hates Hillary Clinton, but here they are smiling and laughing together. What about the flip side? What about when Clinton pretends that Trump is the Antichrist or the next Hitler? Doesn't that give you pause for a moment? You think there might be some collusion going on within your government? I think there is. Donald Trump broke away from that, mildly. Thankfully for you, his views aren't actually that far out there. You only think that they are because you've been told that they are by people that you, for some odd reason, trust, even though those are the same people working with people like the Bushes and Clintons. I can remember when it would have been hard to find a far-right Republican who trusted Bush. That's about all. Peace out.